Going live.
Oh, no.
Frey.
And welcome to the Digital Cypha Podcast. Thank you for counting us down, Don CJG.
You're welcome.
It is another day. It's another Saturday. Digital Cypha Podcast is here with some news. You'll be seeing some sucky gameplay for Horizon, Forza Horizon, 4. So don't judge. Yes, that is me, being casual. Controllers are as follows. Hardest difficulty with the easiest controller settings. It is not the way to play, as the game will slow you down on every corner, no matter how hard you pull on that trigger. So, you will see all those mistakes, rewinds, and so forth. You've been warned, so don't focus on the gameplay. Moving on. We got the Don CZG and Dio Zales up in the party. What is going on, guys?
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Still
lads.
hooking on
Cheers.
Final Fantasy.
Hey, we need to get him a PC first. His laptop only runs what, was it 2.3 gigahertz with a 160 GTX, if that
You're
exists.
talking about things I don't even know.
Yeah, dude, I'm just naming this stuff too. I just thought of the smallest, graphics card I can think about.
I give the minimum spec you can imagine. And I go that
That doesn't even exist.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. Whatever you say.
But how you been, Don?
Not too bad. I woke up from a nap like half an hour ago.
Yep.
So I'm, I don't want to say fresh, but I'm awake.
Okay, so you gotta explain something to us, man. You know what happened last week?
What happened last week? I was out for dinner.
You was out for dinner with whom?
You listen.
Mhm.
Who knows, right? Who's to say?
I'm gonna do as the French do. Oh boy, he's gonna be laughing the whole episode. Yeah, so you had dinner. Where did you go? For all the English folks out there who knows where you are.
I went to I go to many restaurants,
Okay, so he doesn't want to be followed. Okay, ladies.
A wonderful establishment with some very nice food.
That is so market. That's like listening to Aaron Greenberg talk about what games is coming out. We have a AAA game coming to an Xbox near you. Look out for it on a specific day last quarter. Oh, I was like, man, oh gosh, a humble establishment. Was it fine cuisine? I mean,
of course, only the finest.
I was like, yo, I'm not getting paid to sponsor these people. I'm
Yeah,
not
for real, right?
shout out.
Yo, but they want to see who this guy is.
Hey,
You know, the guy with the golden
I
hair.
can tell you photos later. Don't worry.
The golden goose drops golden eggs and Don drops golden hair. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's true. I am a golden boy. I'm the boy with the golden hands.
Dio Zales, what is going on? How you been?
Been good. Playing a lot of New World. Playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14 again.
Mm-hmm.
I played a little bit of Elyon. So MMOs are
Thing.
pretty good right now for MMOs.
It is a thing. Man.
Yeah.
Just last year, what was the news? MMOs are dying. It's
I know.
dead. What happened though? What happened?
Yeah, everyone's getting that interest back in. I mean, there's actually even new MMOs in the works that I've heard about that we'll get into later.
Okay, I wonder if we're talking about the same thing. But before we talk about the same thing, quote and unquote, because we don't know, because we like to keep secrets from ourselves to wow each other during the podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
Would you say that Blizzard Activision, WoW, has impacted the industry into looking to other MMOs that have spawned the excitement of other MMOs?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's kind of like how it is with a lot of like popular multiplayer games. When you have this one game that's kind of like the pinnacle where everyone goes to just because that's what's like in, and that's where the most of the player base is. Because of World of Warcraft just like kind of dropping the mantle, it just really opened it up for everybody else, like hardcore. So now like there's that gap, and it's interesting because you have a game like Final Fantasy 14, which is a good game, but it's gonna interest mostly PvE players. So now that you have a game like New World where it's flocking in those PvP players, and Elyon as the same. So we're gonna have to see who can like get that good mix of both.
Well,
You know, and who knows? Maybe Final Fantasy 14 will be able to do that because they had new PvP content coming in Endwalker. So
two things. There's still news lingering in the web, the you know, whatever, that Final Fantasy and Xbox is still looking at, you know, getting that cross gen happening. So, you know, there's still hope. Hopefully after Endwalker, because I think Endwalker is the last of the arc in Final Fantasy 14. Once Endwalker is over, I think they're going to be bringing in a new story, right?
yes,
So I would not be surprised if they start off that genre of Final Fantasy. I wouldn't say genre, that story arc with Xbox in mind.
possibility.
That would be a great possibility. But you have discovered the easiest way to defeat the first boss in Final Fantasy before you even start the game. Can you explain to those who are struggling how you were able to do that?
So the worst thing in Final Fantasy 14 is nothing in the actual game itself. It's getting started. So I would always recommend. I know people like to play on Steam because that's like their chosen game store. But if you could just do everything through the mod station, it's gotten so much better than what it used to be. It really saves so much more time just doing that. I don't. Maybe Steam will get better at it also, but doing your transactions through Steam and mod station, there's some kind of disconnect there. You're just better off just going straight through mod station now, which is a surprise because I remember when mod station was just atrocious. But I think they've listened to enough feedback from a lot of the new players that they've received from like the World of Warcraft community, and I think they're getting on their game now with that.
Yes.
Now they just gotta tap those loose ends at the other little game markets that they have.
Word.
I'm not sure if you can buy through Epic Store. I never looked.
Epic Store? I don't even think it's
Yeah.
available on the Epic Store.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never looked.
Because the Epic Store, I think you have to buy people into your store unless people are trying to get in and they have to, you know, send money to Epic. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think it costs money for Epic to like, hey, Final Fantasy, hey, should I say, you know, I want to say Initiative 343, right? You know, we want Halo to be on the Epic Store. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
There's a
okay.
Scoopy behind.
If this happens to happen, right? This was purely coincidental. But if the Epic Store wants to have something like Halo, I think they would have, you know, Epic would have to pay, or maybe there's some form of relationship between the Epic Store and Game Pass. Okay. Like Steam doesn't have to ask anyone for permission. People come to them because they have the community already. They have the player base. On the flip side, Epic is building their community base. So whatever games they can acquire, that's going to help them build that community. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there because that was my first boss. Getting you know, creating an account, getting through the many patches.
Oh, for sure. I mean, even if you plan on playing on like console, like on the PlayStation, like just start your account first on mod station. You can still buy it, the PlayStation edition on there. Just do everything through the mod station, and then do whatever you need to do on your preferred store or console after.
Well, there's also sections on the mod station. Make sure you click the right section. There's like four different tabs. So if you purchase a game and you chose like, you know, tab 1, I don't know what it is called, but your game will be on there, right? And when you go to PC, you're basically going to be auto sync to that. Now, if you go to tab 2, you're not going to see Final Fantasy. You actually have to buy another Final Fantasy game to go to that tab. So just be mindful. I think I had that mistake where I had the starter edition on one tab and I had the purchase edition on a separate tab. So I couldn't take my 60 my level 60 character on the free edition over because it was paid on a separate tab, which is kind of weird. You'll know when you actually get to the mock station what that is. But you know, my apologies for not providing visual evidence of my frustration at the time. So, but just keep in mind that when you buy a game and you put it on that specific tab, always use that tab moving forward. You can do PC on a separate tab and, you know, PlayStation on a separate tab, or, you know, and that's going to just jack everything up. So just be mindful of that. MMOs. We already started talking about it. So Dio, like, what have you heard about MMOs this week?
So it looks like Microsoft is interested.
No!
Is this the same story?
Yeah, same story. Yeah, go ahead.
I figured because, like, I mean, come on, like MMOs are hot right now, and to see Microsoft's name on an MMO, I was like, wow, okay, that's
I don't know this story. What's going on here?
So it looks like they're gonna publish Mainframe's cloud native MMO.
Well, is it? I thought Mainframe was gonna be collaborating with them on it. I thought it was actually like everything was founded underneath Xbox Game Studios. Maybe you heard something different. I want to know.
I mean, that could be true too. I mean, at the end of the day, these are all rumors, right?
Okay.
So
it's rumors by the top two, you know, insiders. So I mean, I don't know how to take it. It's almost like saying, you know, hey, Dio, I got you a car, right? From somebody who has thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. Hey, you're going to get a car on December 25th. And you know you're going to get a car because that person says it, right? So it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah, it's like pretty much like a done deal. But
almost, yeah.
I think the most interesting thing about this being cloud-based is that they wanted to run pretty much on any platform that the cloud supports. So you could play it on the mobile, and it's going to have scaling.
Yeah. So
they understand that if you're playing it on the phone, you might just be playing it just to, you know, farm or like just do some like little basic quests where it'll enhance better on a computer or like the Xbox Series X because they know that you're probably on it because you want to do some PvP or raiding. And that was cool too that they even hinted at the raiding and everything. So that's how you know it's going to be like an MMORPG because there's a lot of things that, you know, get lost in translation sometimes when people just say MMO because a lot of games fall under that category. Yeah. It doesn't have to be an MMORPG. So the fact that they mentioned raiding is like, okay, so this is going to be an MMORPG. Sweet.
Nice. And the code name for that MMO is PAX Die. So keep your eyes out for that. And the other thing too is the reason why it's becoming more canon than rumor is because Mainframe also hinted on their website that they are working on an MMO, open world exploration, open world experience. They have some screenshots and stuff out there for you to see. I would say screenshots of the concept art
environment.
Yeah,
like concept art. Yep.
Yeah, so definitely take a look at that. And as Dio was saying, they are looking at. I wouldn't say they're not splitting the game.
No, it's not splitting the game.
Right, you know, for different platforms. But what they're doing is that they're looking at the different devices and how well those devices would work based on the different activities and events. That will be in the game per those devices, like you mentioned, farming, right, and things of that nature. But what they also stated was that all that stuff will carry over to when you get onto your PC and your Xbox. Then you get the full experience and you start getting in and really doing some damage. So that's something I was hoping to, not really hoping. That's something that would be interesting. Because when I thought of Steam Deck, I was thinking of that same thing where I'm playing on my Xbox, I'm doing whatever, and then I take the Steam Deck to work. So when I'm at lunchtime and I'm eating and playing games, I'm just doing the remedial stuff. You know what I'm saying? Fishing, farming, gathering, harvesting, all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool.
I think I think it's a big possibility. Also, it's going to have a huge player base because of the fact that it's most likely going to go on Game Pass as well. I mean, it hasn't been completely reported that it will be, but I'm fairly certain
Bro.
it might end up on.
Microsoft's involved, you'd assume so, right?
Bro, it's cloud based. It's coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure, but like until they say it, we don't know. But that's gonna be really awesome.
But here's the other thing too. This is weird because New World just dropped.
Yes.
And made by Amazon Games, and Amazon is known, for its store, but also for its cloud-based solution. Is New World cloud-based?
I don't believe so.
If not, then Microsoft may be again, because we have to go through these conversations all the time in the spaces. I've come to the point that I have to just listen. I'm not going to say nothing unless it really irks me that I have to say something. Yeah. I'm just listening. But this gen, I mean, since Xbox One, even 360, because the first Connect was on a 360.
Yes.
Xbox has been becoming like the lead in innovation as far as ideas
100%.
and pushing innovation for gaming. Now there was a discussion on what studio or what publisher or what game company pushed the genre forward, and there was discussion between Sega and the Dreamcast and having the memory card that you can play games on and then put it in the controller, and then there was other talks and stuff. But right now we're dealing with people who never played games, or who they've seen their parents play games, so their first game was a PlayStation 3, 4, 5, right? And when you think about innovation from the gaming industry, with this gen, I have to give it to Xbox, because you're seeing the future of Xbox and the way how they think. The Asian community sees it. Those who are repping Xbox in the Middle East and Asia are seeing it. South America seeing it. It's evident that it's not just Game Pass, right? And when you look at HoloLens and you look at the Connect 3.0 and what should have come with the Xbox One, and because of this doesn't look consumer friendly or whatever, this is not what I want. I want to play games. I don't want hardware, right? Now you're seeing the mindset that Xbox has been on forever. So when you look at cloud gaming, right, and cloud development using PlayLab and all those other tools, it's great and it's scary. A reason why it's scary is because, and I was thinking about this today, this morning before the podcast, we are no longer owning the games. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when the games are being streamed through cloud, we're just taking our devices and jumping into a free-to-play model, and then we just continuously buy. This is why we have Ubisoft jumping into, Assassin's Creed universe or whatever it's called. Whereas I think it's that's a free-to-play model too, right, Don?
I'm not too. I think so.
Where it's like a universe of assassins or something stupid like that.
Yeah, it's like Assassin's Creed Infinity or something. I'm not sure if it was free to play, but yeah, they're doing some. I think you might be right, actually.
So
I think it's like some MMO weird thing they're doing.
Now, the only thing that was paid was Riders Republic, which I believe is a miss. Riders Republic should be free to play.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
That's like the only time I've ever heard myself say that. Like, this is not free to play. This should be free to play.
Right?
This would make a lot more sense if this was free to play.
Not free to play or in Game Pass.
I mean,
I'll jump in.
Every single racing aspect of Ubisoft is in Riders Republic, as far as I understand. Yeah. So to me, it makes sense to make it free to play, because then if I like the car, I'll buy the car. You know what I'm saying? Yep. If it's like a, unfortunately, it's not your Forza, it's not your Need for Speed. You know what I'm saying? Where those guys, they pay for the license to use a car, right? So, hey, if you want to see a McLaren, if you want to see a Ferrari, if you want to see, a Subaru, BRZ, it's a DLC you have to pay for because you have to pay for the license. It makes sense. Maybe not to the casual person, but to car enthusiasts, it makes sense. BMX or whatever, like high-end biking or whatever, it makes sense. So why not do it that way? If you're so hungry for money, because I still want my Beyond Good and Evil. This is the reason why you're doing this, because you put all this money, you put all this money into cinematics, right? And this world that, you just drop, like, bro, Skulls and Bones. Come on, people. Anyways.
Never forget.
No. Don CJG. What you got? What's going on, bro?
Oh, boy. The internet was set ablaze earlier this week. And I jumped into the fray on Twitter because, sometimes I feel like...
You went into the
sometimes
spaces?
I feel like... Oh, dude. No, So Cyberpunk, DDPR released another Cyberpunk update. Twitter. Saying, hey, next gen patch is delayed to next year. This other thing.
For both games.
Like Witcher, that was it. That was year one. So yeah, they're moving Cyberpunk patch to like Q1 and then Witcher patch to Q3. Yeah. Q2 even. Okay. It's like, okay, cool. I take that as, all right, I'm not surprised. Do you know what I'm saying? It's October, we're not heard anything about it.
Bro, like you took an L.
I mean, look, who's surprised at this point, innit? Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, they've not said anything about it. They've not delivered anything on this game. Right? So I'm scrolling through the comments, and just some of the just patheticness from people.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. The British is coming. The British is coming.
Honestly.
Oh, my bad. That was not intended. I was talking about his accent was kicking in. His accent was kicking in, so it's about to get real.
You know what it is? It's like I've seen people there like broken promises from CDPR again. And everyone's like crying. I'm like, please, come on. Let's grow up, man. Like, you'll put our money in for the game, right? I understand it's okay to be annoyed you're not getting the patch for your console, whatever. But is it really that big of a deal? People out here crying about, I can't play The Witcher next gen alongside watching Series 2 on Netflix. I'm like, really?
Yo, they're on the floor kicking and screaming, dude. They're on the floor kicking and screaming.
Honestly, I'm baffled. I'm baffled by it. Like, don't get me wrong. I didn't beat Cyberpunk because it was a buggy mess and a bit unstable. I want the next gen patch so I can actually go back and play it. I'd love that. There's nothing more I want to actually reinstall Cyberpunk and play it.
Dude, right? I still have it in my games, right? Staring at it, be like, wait.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've heard good things about the story when you play it. Sounds great. But, I'm sad it's getting delayed, right? But the overreaction from people online, it's crazy. It's insanity, man.
Especially like with the Witcher part of it, right? Because I mean, this is a game that's been out for years, and I know a majority of these people complaining are people who've played through the game already. So it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I did expect the Witcher one to be ready, and then the Cyberpunk patch to be delayed. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, this is the reason we got Cyberpunk in a big mess in the first place, right? Because people kept complaining that they want it now.
You're exactly.
So do you just want them to keep doing that? It's like keep releasing things rushed. Like let them take their time and release a quality product.
And this is why we have this problem, right? As well, is because the fans are saying they're not being listened to, right? So they kick and scream about certain things that deserves time, and then when the board of directors, I'll be like, okay, they want the game now. They're looking to spend now. They're willing to make it rain on us now. So let's make it happen, right? And then they tell the devs it's gonna launch next week. Devs are like, it's not ready. We need like a year. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And then we get this, And then now the studio is being blamed by the board of directors because they should have, like, it's kind of like your parents tell you to do something, you do it, and then the parents be like, you could have done a better job.
Yeah, sure.
For real, man.
You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, man. It's kind of like, dang. And this is where we're coming to, where we're seeing these acquisitions. Yes, we're seeing CD Projekt Red acquiring Molasses Flood. That happened this past week. This is the studio that made The Flame in the Flood and Drake Hollow. So my question, the Molasses Flood is a US based studio. And if you don't know CD Projekt Red, I think it's Polish.
Yeah.
Right? So we're seeing these acquisitions happen on an international scale. It's not just Sony. Man, I haven't even heard if Nintendo acquired anyone yet. I mean, just being serious. Like, I mean,
I heard they were gonna buy Square, bro.
I mean, bro. Square is on a different level, man. Like, I'm still thinking, like, okay, Microsoft is tangoing the dance with Crystal Dynamics. Could we see Microsoft look at Outriders and be like, you know what I mean? Do you think that could be possible? Where they look at Outriders, because it's the same devs that developed
People Can Fly.
Yeah, but Paper Can Fly, the publisher for People Can Fly is Square Enix.
Yeah.
For Outriders. So either Outriders is a game owned by Square Enix and People Can Fly is just a developer that's been used,
I believe so, yeah.
Or were they acquired? I'm not sure. But I don't know. It's you're seeing these acquisitions happen, and I have to wonder if CD Projekt Red is allotting their money in areas where, I just want to know what they're planning on doing, because these two games, I haven't heard of them before. They probably exist and they're probably great games, but what is Molasses Flood gonna do differently than the guys who did The Witcher and Cyberpunk? You know what I mean? Like, what difference? What are they shooting for? So
well, it's interesting, right? I kind of look at it because CDPR don't pump out a lot of games.
No.
I wonder if them acquiring these studios is a way for them to kind of supplement some income during the time what they're spending developing, these big AAAs like Cyberpunk and Witcher.
Mm-hmm. And how long is that going to take? That's the question too. I'm sorry.
Don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, or even like just be like their off team, right? Like, who can handle like these patches that need to be pushed out, so that the main team can focus on those AAA games. Like, that's what they want to do.
You see, now it made sense when Microsoft and Sony made that acquisition towards those specific types of studios who are very good at remastering.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because then you're keeping the value of your products in the eyes of your consumers, right? Oh, the game looks old. Send it over to that guy. The guy gets it done. Oh, it looks beautiful. Oh, just like day one. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of remasters, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but the SpongeBob remaster I was playing.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
What?
No way.
Wait, what? Okay,
what are you talking about?
Bro, this segue is so awkward. Like, what?
I thought you were talking about a completely different remaster.
Dude.
No, dude.
Like, you're talking
SpongeBob
about
remaster. Beautiful, bro.
Okay, we're talking Don C's AG, right? This, he was born when SpongeBob came out. To me, I would like to see something like Ren and Stimpy, to be honest, come out with an adventure. You remember? This might be weird for some of the audience that's listening, but Sega Genesis had this game called Boogerman. Yes. Boogerman. His move was to flick boogers on enemies and they would pop. right?
Is my kind of guy.
And he would drink milk, and he would hawk a loogie, and it would be like a bullet coming straight at you.
Whoa, what kind of
Yeah.
dude is this?
If he had hot sauce, he would fart flames.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my.
It was called Booger Man.
Yep.
And to me, I can see Ren and Stimpy being in that type of game.
Well, there was a Ben and Stimpy Genesis game too that was similar to that.
Oh, you're really? I didn't see it. Okay.
There was a Beavis and Butthead game like that, and then there, of course, Earthworm Jim, which was
Yes,
like a similar type of humor.
But that's classic right there, though.
Yeah.
That Earthworm Jim is classic. Yeah. Man. Yeah. Don CJG came in here with SpongeBob, bro. What else you got, man? What else you got, bro?
Did you see Sony's patent?
Oh my God.
What?
Okay.
No. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, so I'll read you the kind of quick headline on it. Sony has had a patent granted for a voting system that allows spectators to remove people from games.
What?
It did.
Okay, wait. Say that one. Repeat that. A patent that
Sony
removes
has
spectators
had
from
has been granted a patent for a voting system in a game
in a
that
game.
allows spectators to remove players from the game.
What?
So they could do like votes or pay to have people removed.
What? Hold up. This probably would have been better for Twitch. You know what I'm saying? with all the mess that they've been going on with people with what's it called? People rating them, like hate rating and stuff like that. But you're asking, like, Sony is asking people to hate streamers of their own platform, like viewers. Like, how is this possible? Like, explain this to me.
It's a weird one because, like, when I read this, I'm like, I don't understand why Sony has this. It doesn't, like, I don't understand why they've got this pattern
To vote
or what they're
players
trying to do with it.
off the game.
Yeah, there was a little flow chart with it, right? As well. And spectators get to like choose options and remove player from the game, one player to improve.
Well, here's the question. Here's the question.
In the game.
What platform is Sony doing this on? Is this like for their esports thing?
I believe this is going towards their esports. That's the only place that makes sense to me.
But it still doesn't make sense because these esports players, like, they get paid to play.
Right.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't maybe they know something we don't clearly, right? But I don't know where this fits in.
Yeah, because it's definitely not gonna be on the PS5. They stream on the PS5, and then like some Xbox dudes comes in, and be like, "Yeah, you suck at your own game." Vote off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
literally, or imagine like a game that has a spectator mode like Call of Duty, and I'm watching Barnex play, and he's got some bad kid on his team. I put in like £20, and I can just kick his crappy player off.
I mean, you know what? Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I would do. If that was the case, put that on Xbox. I'll do a what is it called? What is it called? There's the program where you send a notification off to the Xbox webs, and then anybody who's playing the same game could jump in.
LFG.
Yeah, you do an LFG request. And then instead of saying you must have mic, you must have this, I basically said you say don't have any of this, and you must suck at this game. And then pretty much I'll ask for like 4 people, and then they say, okay, go on stream on Twitch. Okay, guys. For $50.
For real, like imagine you're just playing a game, right? You're just whoever, I don't know, you've got your kid playing a game, or you're not doing too well, and someone votes to kick you out.
Dang, that sucks.
It's like, yeah, by the way, you've been ejected from this game because you're crap.
Yo, that's crazy.
It's mental.
That's crazy.
It's mental, dude. That
is crazy. All right. Yo, that's crazy, man. I'm still. How is that gonna be possible? What are they gonna do that on?
I have no idea, dude.
The only other thing that comes to mind, honestly, if Xbox had the 1 versus 100, that would be kind of cool if they did something similar, like a game show similar.
Yeah, to that. Yeah. If you did like a Trivial Pursuit or something like that. Yeah. Or that's a game show's the only place I can see that logically making sense.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Dio. He turned the tables on us, man. You gotta bring us back.
Well, when he was talking about remastered, I thought he was gonna talk about that Grand Theft Auto trilogy remaster.
No.
Did you guys see the clip of that?
No, I haven't.
Yes.
I was gonna look at it, but I was
watched
like,
it this morning.
I'll wait a little bit longer. It's not out yet, right? It's coming
No.
out. Yeah. You have to pre-order that joint. That's what I'm hearing more about
Well,
pre-ordering.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Dio, isn't San Andreas coming to Game Pass?
Is it?
Yeah.
That
I
didn't hear.
believe San Andreas Remaster is coming to Game Pass November 11th.
Okay.
And then the rest of it gets paid.
But the rest of you get to pay for?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
the question is San Andreas gonna be the actual OG or will it be the remaster?
No, it's the remaster.
Okay. Man.
I mean, from the trailer that I saw, like it looks like they did a quality, remaster. It looks really smooth. It looks good, like graphically, like because it's old graphics, so they went with a cartoony looking art style, which makes sense for how it looks to keep it like original. My understanding too is that they're gonna upgrade the actual game mechanics itself. So when you're playing with a controller, it doesn't feel as janky as the old games are.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's Mass
Awesome.
Effect with it.
Yeah, that's really good. Because that's usually something that's overlooked in remasters, in my opinion.
It's kind of based on what I heard is like they're mimicking Grand Theft Auto 5 control schemes in the remasters. So yeah, almost as though it's you play one, you play all as far as controller scheme, which I think it should be like what do you call it, muscle memory?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
So-
your skills translate. It's not
Yeah.
super jarring, right?
Yeah. Well,
I didn't think I would be excited for it, but honestly, I could be into playing Grand Theft Auto 3 again, like from my childhood. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, like I've always heard good things about San Andreas, right? But it's one of those games I never played. I just wasn't really part of that at the time.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, that
Comes
one I
to Game
did, yes.
Pass.
Because I
So
was in
you-
boot camp at the time.
I didn't know you played GTA Deal.
The old ones I liked. I liked 3 and I liked Vice City, but like after that, I kind of fell off. I
Okay.
played 4 also. But wasn't really crazy about whatever his name was.
Nico Bellic
Nico, yeah.
and
Gotcha.
Roman. Hey, Nico, you want to go bowling?
Yeah. That was the thing. His cousin was always calling. I was like, all right, I'm done, man. I'm done with this dude.
I figure you would have jumped on GTA 5 multiplayer or something.
I did. I don't know. I've never really been too crazy about 5. I don't think it's necessarily a bad game. I have it on. I got it originally on the PS4 and then I got it on the Xbox, but never really got into it. I think just because it's like a MMO light, right? And it just seems like it's too easily manipulated with game chart cards and all that other stuff that it just didn't interest me.
You're telling me you're not gonna buy the next gen version when it comes out?
Nah.
Oh, man.
I already fell for that.
I don't think he would have to because I think on multiple occasions Grand Theft Auto 5 came to Game Pass. So
That's
yeah, that's not gonna be an issue there. There's been a good relationship with Rockstar. I mean, if the past like this time, like this whole PlayStation thing going on, I think they just need to hurry up and give PlayStation what they need to move forward. To be honest, bro, like. But speaking of remasters though, Crisis Trilogy.
Yes, sir. I
Uh,
wanted to mention.
I tried to download that joint. It's PC only. What's going on?
No.
No.
on Game Pass. On Game Pass.
I was looking. Oh, Game Pass. Okay.
Oh, on Game Pass.
And I'm scared because I got the 2060. I'm wondering if it's gonna mess up my video card. You know how it was. The test bed of video games. It was the it factor back then. So
Yeah.
For anybody who knows, put it on your PC. Be like, okay, don't destroy my PC, please. That's how we think about New World right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking in the store the other day. Crisis 2 and remasters like on sale.
Oh, really?
Yes, instead of £25, they're like £17.50.
Basically 25 for us.
Yeah, so it's It's nice, man. I love Crisis so much.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I love it, man. Seeing it remastered, I'm so happy, and I want to buy it, but I don't have the time to play it.
You still on that Halo stuff, aren't you? Was it season 8
Yeah.
still?
Yeah, season 8.
Mm.
Yeah, I completed all the seasonal challenges, and it's only been like a
Nice.
week.
How long? A week? Dang, bro.
It's been a week.
Bro. And then
I've seen one on the forums complaining they can't do it.
me and Dio is gonna be on that Halo Infinite, and we'll be seeing like Glink and Don CZG and these armor pieces. It's like, if you only did what we did.
Yeah, well, for real, like,
Oh,
I've
that's
got-
transferring over.
Yeah, it's transferring over.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, what, the flight stuff? No, the flight stuff won't transfer over.
No, not the flight stuff. What you do in the seasons and all the armor that you're getting.
Oh, from MCC? No.
No, it's not.
No.
Oh, I thought it was transferring over.
No.
Oh, okay then. Oh, by all means, have fun, sir. I'm not missing out on anything.
Yeah, but they did a bunch of promotions for Infinite over, I think from last year and now. They did a Monster Energy promotion where you can get up to like 120 XP tokens. It's like 60 hours of double XP. So I've
Oh,
got that
wow.
stocked up. And they got a Rockstar promotion going on right now, and Blink's feeding me codes from Canada to unlock like exclusive skins and whatnot.
So wait, is he buying like the drinks and stuff?
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he buys one for
He's
him.
getting wired pretty much. He's probably playing now because he can't go to sleep or can't stay. He can't. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so when Infinite comes out, I've got XP boosts out the butt. I'm ready.
So what is transferable?
Nothing. It's a new
Okay.
game, bro.
See, this is the thing though. I mean, we understand that Halo Infinite is going to be an awesome game, right? That statement is subjective. To whom is it subjective to? Right?
I don't think it's subjective at all.
But it is gonna. I think it's gonna be an awesome game for what they're trying to do with it. So to me, it would make sense to get people into the MCC to then prepare them for the Infinite.
Well, I think they think last week they made it free.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Like week,
but
right?
what I'm saying, like cross-gen, like your content crossing over, right? So like, yeah, I did this in MCC. So that basically,
Like cross game rewards and all that. I mean, there is some of it. But I think like transferring stuff from one game to another is a bit.
what I wish they did, to be honest, because the time that I put the most work in was during Halo 3.
Mhm.
And I got the Hayabusa, what I'm saying, armor.
Mhm.
I would have liked to see that come to all the other Halos. You know what I'm saying? Because I did that. If you want to if you want it, go back to Halo 3 and play that journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, because to me, the experience, the experience to me is kind of like, yeah, if you play a shooter, you basically got the idea. One Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3. You know what I'm saying? Once you've played one, you've basically played the mechanics of all of them pretty much. But the story, the experience, the multiplayer, I think each game has a nostalgic feel of its own, right? So the fact that I acquired this armor piece way back when, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm playing it in Infinite. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like, yo, that looks sick, yo. Like, yo, that's from Halo 3, son. Like, you need to go to MCC, jump into Halo 3, and then do some multiplayer stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that makes sense. So that's keeping that replay value.
There is an element of some kind of cross game rewards. Like for anyone who reaches max rank in Halo 5, you're getting exclusive content from that. I think they said there is other stuff too. Like if you get the Master Chief Controller, the Elite one, you get in-game rewards for that as well. It's got a code what comes with it. Same with like the action figures. If you buy some action figures, they would come with a code, or like the Nerf guns, or the Mega Block sword, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there is, and I don't think they've said anything for MCC specifically, but I'd love for them to give a reward for people who got all 700 achievements, because spent a lot of time doing that.
You're just saying you put the time you want to get something. Hey,
Yeah, for real, right?
But what about the peons like me who didn't do nothing? What do I get?
I don't know, if you didn't do nothing, then you don't get nothing.
All right.
But if you play 10 matches in the final weekend of the Bay, you should get an emblem.
Oh, yeah. A shiny emblem on top my brain. One of the things that's happening, I don't know if you guys caught this, was the Oculus Go received unlocked OS update.
Did not.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna read this statement because it was a lot to take in, and I didn't want to break down this, into bit-sized bullet points. So, the Oculus Go now allows full root access for owners of the headset, providing the ability to repurpose the hardware for other uses as well as the headset without the need for a Facebook account. That is a plus. That is definitely a plus. Opening up the head. Here's the kicker. I'm not. I guess for those who like to root their phones, right? Of course, you have to manually update your Android and your iPhone because you no longer have access to the server, right? Because you rooted your phone. You have to manually update them, right? Up until a certain point. So here I'm seeing it and it says opening up the headset is irreversible and owners will no longer receive over-the-air updates. That term over-the-air updates, to me, I'm wondering if that's like a Wi-Fi update, so you might have to hard connect it to a PC to get the update instead. I'm not sure. The process described is in the guide cannot be used. Okay, so they provided this guide on how to do the work, how to do the to provide root access, but it cannot be applied to other Oculuses, only the Oculus Go, and the operating system specifically for the Oculus Go. So you can't put the OS into a different Oculus and then try to root that. You know what I'm saying? It's only for the Oculus Go and the operating system that it's
not cross
tethered to.
compatible.
Right. An unlocked Oculus Go headset will no longer check for a Facebook signature at the kernel level. So that's just some news for some tech heads out there who you're bothered by Facebook account being your only way to utilize the Oculus to play games. I think they're looking at other alternatives because, yes, they acquired the company who made the Oculus. It makes perfect sense to be more on the hardware side and just allow people to do what you want to do with the hardware and make money. Forcing software that they don't need, like Facebook, is kind of like it's I don't know, it's intrusive in my opinion, because now you're forcing them to get a Facebook account where there's all these issues where Facebook is stealing your information, they're doing this, they're doing that, and that's what we're hearing, right? And you're going to court for all this other stuff. People are not seeing Facebook in a good light, so might as well just give them the hardware, root it, and then create the games or experiences that they feel is necessary. I mean, what you guys think about that?
It's Facebook. Facebook's something I don't. It was. I remember when, they brought Oculus a while back. I thought it was a bit strange. To be honest. But I think, like you mentioned, right? Is they move putting away the I don't know. I stumbled on my words so much. Right?
Wow. Yeah.
They're moving some of that Facebook integration. Oh my lord! That's why I don't take naps for the podcast.
I'm sorry.
Moving some of the Facebook integration with the with the update and whatnot. And, the whole cross compatibility thing with the OSs. I'm not particularly surprised about, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly just don't like anything to do really with Facebook, so I don't wish them to fail or anything like that. Because I mean, gaming in general, like, as long as we're pushing forward is good, but I really don't want to see gaming involved with Facebook in any kind of way.
Ooh, that's the nail on a coffin with Facebook with Dio. Whew. Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather see this be used by someone else. Like, I mean, I just don't like how their business practices have, taken effect in most aspects.
It's funny that you said that because Facebook has this partnership thing going on with creatives when it comes to gaming. I haven't heard anything positive or negative. It's just been quiet. You know what I mean? Like usually you see things with Twitch or with YouTube. I don't know if YouTube does partnerships. I think you're just up when you get up past 1,000 and you start memberships, it just skyrockets from there. But it's like Facebook partnerships for gaming just is not making noise enough to validate the existence. Wow. All right.
I have a follow-up question.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay.
I listened to the podcast last week.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
I was at work on Monday.
Oh, boy.
I was like, let me listen to the
It wasn't
podcast,
me.
right?
It wasn't me. I didn't mean it.
No. I noticed you guys mentioned the fridge, and you guys were like, I'm gonna get one. You were so dead set. Did you get one?
You know what? I completely forgot on Tuesday. And by the time I thought about it, it was sold out.
Oof.
And
it sold out before I could get it.
And but
I was 30 seconds away from getting one, and I'm stuck.
Oh wow!
One of my buddies works at the store, and he said, "Yeah, if you got here 30 seconds ago, put a copy, got you one." I was like,
But that's gonna give me time because I actually wanted two, so that's like $200 or whatever. So it gives me time to save up, legibly, or I should say, realistically save up for the fridge instead of like impulse buy.
Yeah, man, they're doing they said this isn't a limited edition product, right? So
there's a
more available.
So that means there is a limited edition version coming out.
It's just crazy that it's sold out just as fast as like the Series X.
Yeah, for real, it's like what 4 minutes.
Yeah,
online for me, it's crazy. I mean, the store I went to only had 7.
Oh wow,
7.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna be ready to do some pre-orders. Definitely because my office, my podcast area needs a fridge. That's for sure. Yo, Dio, what you got on Grounded, bro?
Well, they have I mean, honestly, Grounded has just been like really, and I keep saying this about Grounded, like I really got to get back into it because they just keep putting out new content, and it really feels like they're really starting to focus more on their combat. Like it was always kind of good when it came to like the building aspect of it, like Minecraft and other survival games, but it really looks like they're really trying to push the combat and the role playing elements on it, and it's just really cool. Like this new update is called Hot and Hazy. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer for it yet.
No, I haven't.
I did hear about it.
But you are literally in the sandbox. You want to talk about a sandbox game? There's a biome in this because I mean you're in the backyard called the sandbox, and you can be in there, and it looks kind of scary, man. Like there was like an ant that came out of nowhere, out of the dirt, tried to bite them and stuff. Like, oh, it's really cool. I really got to play more of it because when I first played it, like they didn't have a lot of content at the time, but it was still a good game. But they've added so much since then that, I mean, there's no reason not to if you have it on Game Pass.
Word. Completely.
Yeah, honestly, Grounded's one of those games where it's super underrated. I haven't put a lot of time in there, but I've dabbled around for a little bit. It's not bad, bro. It's really not bad.
Definitely underrated.
I know Dio doesn't want to hear this, but another underrated but well-rated game is Sea of Thieves.
For real.
It's like it's really, it has the community. It has a great number of community members in it, but man, it's kind of like it's like it's stuck in this limbo where it's great but it's not great enough, or it's kind of like it doesn't get you in this vibe where, like, for me, and I agree with Dio on this, I would just love to see levels. Like, where is my
Yeah.
character? My character. I, I would love to be level 9. I would, if they stuck me at level 99. I'll be happy. I would work to level 99 and then rock level 99 because you're a legendary pirate at that point. But I think what's
Yeah.
going on is like you play the story and you get to legendary status by what you wear and what you've acquired. That
Yeah.
whenever somebody sees you, oh yeah, they're not messing with you because you've got the bells and whistles at this point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I mean,
But-
man. Mhm.
But the gear doesn't give you any like power, right? It's just all
No.
cosmetic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing. If you see a phrase where I really like the game. I remember I went on a stint from. I went on an LFGF and we'd literally just play this game all the time. It was like a 4-player group, and it was fantastic.
Uh-huh.
When you're on like a 4-player ship and you're going through, and you're proper like giving out commands like, move the sail, let's go get this ship, let's go raid this island, whatever. It's so fun, but I feel like, I haven't played the game in a while, so it's hard for me to give exact updates on how progression works, but it's, everything there is just, you get money, gold from, doing such and such
The quests,
quest or
yeah.
getting loot, whatever, and you buy stuff. But I'd love to have like a milestone challenge or something like, hey, if you do so many of these, you get reward for doing this.
Yeah.
Just something else other than, I bought this. There's no like, accomplishment behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you do with Halo, right? Where you're able to do like seasons, you're able to accomplish certain seasons, and then you have like certain rewards that say you've been there.
Yeah,
you've
like
done it.
it's like the seasonal challenges. Like you want to get this for doing the seasonal challenge. You know what I mean?
Well, isn't Pirates of the Caribbean currently on there now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess I have to try that out.
Yeah,
tried
I
that
mean,
out.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, I mean, I would never deny that it's a good game, right? Like, it's definitely awesome, but it's just that it's not really kind of my game. That's my only thing with it, because I like how kind of like I think we all kind of like agree in certain aspects that I would like a better progression system. You know, that's my issue. I don't necessarily have to have levels and talents and all that stuff like that, but I would like a better progression system where I feel like I'm getting either stronger. Like, I mean, I know that there's the cosmetic thing of it, but I want there to be more challenge of it. I don't want it to be kind of like just stagnant all around the world. But I mean, there's some people that they adore that, and obviously it's doing very well. I think that really reaches out to people who actually really like pirate stuff, and they get to like role play as the pirate, and get to explore.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything else, guys? What else you got?
Yes. One final lovely note, everybody. You guys see the new expansion cards we got released?
Oh no.
No.
What's up?
You guys, yeah. Seagate dropped some more Series X and S expansion cards.
4 terabyte.
So
4
I
terabyte.
think, 512. You got your 1 TB and you got your 2 TBs.
Okay.
So yeah, but this news kind of went a bit under the radar earlier this
did.
week. To be fair,
Yeah.
no one really notices this, but I think it's interesting because Seagate had the exclusivity for 1 year with the 1 terabyte SSD they already have, and I wonder, has that just been extended, or because when does that run out? Because they just dropped a new line of cards. So I do wonder, like, when are other people going to get an opportunity to actually bring these cards in? But I think giving people more options, like the 512 gigabytes and the 2 terabytes, is actually really nice. I've got a 1 terabyte card in the back of mine, which I think is great. I don't think I'd pay. Where was it? I think it's $400 for the 2 terabyte.
It was 400. Dang.
It's $400 for the 2 terabyte.
It's
So,
commitment.
and I think the 512 is 140, something like that. So,
Yeah.
I think they had that 400 getting it ready for Call of Duty.
for real, right?
Oh.
This is the thing. Like, if you got a Series S, especially in particular, Call of Duty is gonna take up a lot of your
Yeah.
hard drive. I think the argument was with the Series S, right? If you play again on Call of Duty, you might as well get Series X because you have to buy the expansion card with the S anyway, and you can send the same amount of money.
Dang.
True.
So I think giving people more options, right? And these cards are really good. So,
Nice.
it's always worth picking one up. Everyone has the extra cash.
Yeah, that sounds
yeah.
good. That sounds good. It's that's a good look actually. Now that the 2 is out, the 2 terabyte is out. Did the 1 terabyte go down in price?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think
So I'm still waiting. Yeah, I'll still be waiting.
Wasn't this like the industry price for every SSDs of size anyway?
Mm-hmm.
To be fair. So I think they go down eventually. I guess, but when that is, who knows? I also wonder, when does the Seagate exclusivity run out?
Yeah,
They've been doing this
because that's why it's expensive at this point.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, guys. This is the Digital Cypha Podcast. Thank you so much for jumping in with the Don C's AG, Dio Zales, and including me, Ebonics. We're here every Saturday at that's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don CJG.
Nice. 3 p.m. as of right now.
I keep thinking 2 hours ahead of time, man. I don't know. I keep thinking 5. I don't know. But definitely, I think because I'm adding things incorrectly because there's 12 and then it goes back to 1. But anyways, yeah, man. 3 p.m. UK, 10 a.m. US.
Until daylight savings hits, and then
oh gosh,
who knows?
Yo, I think that happened last time where I think a whole bunch of people.
Time and no one told me.
we didn't even think twice about it, dude. Not me. It happened and we just moved forward. I mean, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, because nothing changed for me, and you guys just like I jumped in like, oh, it's time to record the podcast, and you midway through the episode.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah, you wanted a hot date. That's why.
No.
But yeah, you can find us here every Saturday. Just talking some gaming news, some opinions, and what we think might be happening.
Yes, we are the anti-EA group. We'll take them
down. So until then, you guys take it easy. You have a great weekend and keep gaming.
Thanks, guys.